Yo, what is going on, guys? Serious here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the newest Black Ops 3 official patch from Treyarch and what it has fixed and what it has not fixed. First, before we start the video, I just want to mention, sorry if the gameplay quality is a little bit bad in the background. It's because it was an old recording I have. I can't record anything new right now because ZBR is down. But yeah, sorry for that. So first things first, let's talk about what was changed in the patch. All four of the RCEs that I know about have been fixed. That basically just means that hackers can no longer use these methods to get access to your PC. They can't install malware, they can't, steal your information, they can't do any of that stuff. That does not mean that everything in the game has been fixed. There's still the FPS issue, there's still going to be remote crashing issues, and basically everything outside of just those remote code execution vulnerabilities are still, all that stuff's still going to exist. So, also, most cheats are not going to work anymore. So, the big bad menu that all of the YouTubers have been showing you in their thumbnails and trying to scare you with, rightfully so, but that menu, it's not going to work anymore. Nor are most of the cheats that you see in the public lobbies. There are still some that were using a different way of accessing data in the game, so they'll probably still work. And cheaters can still update their cheats for the new update. I mean, there's no anti-cheat in this game, so there's nothing to worry about for them. They're just going to update their cheats and continue on cheating in public lobbies whenever they want. So that's not going anywhere. Really quickly, I just want to explain. I think this is the best thing that Treyarch could have done. There's really not much they could have done to deal with all the remote crashes. As I said before, there are literally hundreds of methods to be crashed with, and Treyarch is not going to be able to expend the resources to continually update the game to fix all of these things. And everything that they fix, there's a very high chance that they're going to break something else, and then they've got to invest more resources to go fix what they broke. It's ultimately just not economically viable for them to deal with all of these exploits. The only reason that people like Momo and I can deal with this is because we're technically circumventing certain game features. So, for example, I won't let anybody connect to you unless they're a trusted person. Treyarch obviously cannot do that in their game. It would make multiplayer matchmaking just not work at all. What Momo does is he completely disables the lobby system altogether. So you have to directly join a server. And again, that's not going to work for Treyarch. So we can get rid of most of the exploits on our own, but Treyarch cannot in the official game. So you really can't expect them to do that. And this new update has stopped hackers from getting access to your PC, which, in my personal opinion, is the only thing that they really needed to deal with. Because now that that is gone, you can at least play the game safely. There's still going to be annoying stuff, but you can still play safely. Now, that does not mean that you're not going to need the patch, because what's going to happen is when you're streaming or you're playing zombies games or you're playing a multiplayer game and someone gets annoyed with you, well, they can still kick you off the game. In fact, Treyarch never even fixed the first crashing method. So zero crashing methods have been fixed on the game. Only remote code execution has been fixed on the game. So players can still grab your IP address, make sure you're using a VPN. They can still crash you remotely, so use the patch once I update it. Again, that's not going to be for a while though, because I have to update over 340 offsets, which is very, very time consuming. I have university, I have IRL responsibilities, I have things to deal with, so I'm not going to be able to just, knock that update out in a day or a week or something like that. It's going to take me a while. So when I update the patch, make sure you're using it. Um, Boy, which is Momo's Black Ops 3 client, that is going to be down as well, although he's already working on it and has made some significant progress. So I would expect that to be updated much faster than my patch. Momo can do a lot more to the game as well. So that client is generally going to be where you want to move towards if you are a multiplayer player. Like if you want to play Black Ops 3 multiplayer, and that's all you want to do, I would say probably get on the BO3 client, the X Labs thing that's being worked on. The patch is not going to be your solution. If you are just a zombies YouTuber, you can still use Boy, although some things may not be compatible. For example, my game mode is not going to be compatible on Boy, so you can use it for multiplayer lobbies and stuff like that, but just be aware there may be some game modes and stuff like that that you can't use on there. But most stuff is compatible. Custom maps are compatible. Most custom mods are compatible. So Momo's client is basically what you want to use. I will still make the patch for the people who don't want to use it, and I'm still going to make ZBR and update ZBR, and it's still going to have its built-in patch. But basically, things are complicated, and Treyarch has broken all of our tools, so we do have to fix all of that stuff, and it's going to take some time. So the takeaways from this video for the people who kind of zoned out: you don't need to worry about your PC being hacked anymore. Cheating in multiplayer is not going anywhere. Being booted off from the game is not going anywhere. And just a little side note, I could literally make a new remote crash tool in 10 minutes and that would be done. Like somebody else is definitely going to do that. There's no stopping it, so just be completely aware that's coming back. When Momo gets his client Boy back up and running, I definitely recommend using that. And whenever I get the patch back up, if for whatever reason you want to play on the official game, then by all means use my patch. And I'm going to do my damnedest to get ZBR back up and running ASAP because I've spent 2 years on that game mode and I want it to be playable. So I will also be working on the GSC compiler and my patch. And basically anything else that I've made for the game and released, I'm going to update the offsets, but it's going to take me some time. So just be aware that all that stuff's going to be down and it will come back up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the comments. Just make sure that you look at the description and look at the comments and search to see if someone else has already asked the question or your question has already been answered, because it's really tedious for me to have to answer the same question over and over and over. So make sure before you ask your question that you look in the comments and see if someone else has asked it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.